Hello everybody, welcome to La House week number 14, and in today's video we are going to be talking about so much. I should have made this a two-part La House week, but I didn't, so we are going to go through everything pretty fast, a lot faster than normal. So, bear with me here, I hope this works out all well. So yeah, in today's video we are going to talk about so much. So yes, if you guys didn't know, I made La House Week number 13 where I talked about how La House Week wasn't over yet and it would be continuing into season 5 of the Loud House and season 2 of the Casagrandes. And yeah, so anyways, guys, I'm so sorry for the late delay. I should have got this out a couple weeks ago actually, but I didn't. So yes, I am sorry. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So guys, we got about a month and a half worth of news and reviews, and we have a bunch of stuff to talk about, including Loud House, the Casagrandes episode reviews, a bunch of graphic novel stuff, and just a bunch of mini stuff. And yeah, and there's a bunch of big surprises here, so please stay tuned, because this is going to be an awesome one, even if it's going to be every topic's going to be super short, including the biggest one. So yeah, let's get started. So first off, the big one, the Loud House was officially renewed for season 6. So Loud House renewed for season 6. That happened. So Nickelodeon renewed Loud House for a 26 episode season 6. This season will include the Casagrandes birthday episodes and so much more. Birthday celebrations, whatever you want to call it. So it's 26 episodes, just like any other season. And I am so excited for this. And it was literally renewed 2 days before season 5 started. I was thinking that the Loud House may end after 5 seasons. That would have been disappointing, incredibly disappointing. But yeah, anyways, no, that did not happen. But this is super cool. This almost ended up being the first season not to be announced before the previous season started. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. So yeah, anyways, I'm very excited about this. I'm very happy about this. I should be a little bit more excited, but we haven't even gotten season 5 yet, so I'm a lot more hyped for season 5 right now because, that's coming really soon. So yeah, season 6 is happening. It's going to be amazing. And yeah, and they also got that movie too. So, of course, that's going to be fun. So yes, season 6 is really good. I mean, I hope it's really good. I hope it doesn't end up like a SpongeBob or Fairly Up and season 6, where they just aren't as good as all the previous seasons. But yeah, anyways, season 6 is awesome. Season 6 is awesome that we got one, and I cannot wait to see it. Anyways, moving on. The second biggest thing, the Casagrandes won an Emmy for main title for an animated program. And the Casagrandes won, and I think they tied with Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure, but still they won, and that was awesome. And so the Loud House and the Casagrandes were both nominated, and the Casagrandes won, and this is just so exciting. And I love this little piece of artwork here. I found out that Nickelodeon Wiki 2020. So yeah, this is really awesome, really amazing, and I'm really proud of the Casagrandes crew. So yes, he was a good word, Casagrandes crew. Moving on. So, apparently, there's going to be a new Chang family member in Season 2 that just comes out of nowhere. Or Season 2 of the Casagrandes. So that just doesn't make any sense. I guess it's like maybe a baby or an uncle or an aunt or cousin. I don't know. Maybe it's a new, like a pet, like a dog or something. So yeah, so yeah, that's that. Next we have some Casagrandes episode reviews. So here we got one for the Grandparent Trap. So Grandparent Trap was about Ronnie Ann thinking that her grandma and grandpa's relationship, her abuelo and abuela's relationship was in jeopardy. And this episode was not that good, but Aunt Frida was really funny in this episode, and I have to give it a 7 out of 10. Then we have Misstep. Misstep was slightly better than Grandparent Trap, but I don't think it's amazing. I mean, this episode, I feel like the broken leg or broken arm plot line was overused, and I don't think it was right to do that at all. But I still thought the episode was pretty good. So it's not my favorite episode of the season, but I did enjoy it quite a bit, and I give it an 8 out of 10. Moving on, we have Guess Who's Shopping for Dinner. This was my least anticipated episode of this new week of premieres, which came out in August, which this week of premieres was from August 10th to August 13th, by the way, so I'm about a month late. And it was my favorite of this new week of premieres. Of course, the episode was kind of cringy for the action scenes and sequences and the reveal of the food critic, but it was the actress that Rania was going to meet at the movie theater, but it was still fun. I really loved there's just something about the episode that I really loved, but I still give it an 8 out of 10 anyways, but it was really good. And then finally we have New Roomie. This episode was probably the second best of the week. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like this episode. At the beginning, it was really gross out stuff. But towards the middle and to the end, I really started enjoying this episode. And, it's kind of sad. Because Vito was just hanging at everybody's place because his son moved away to college. But yeah, I give this episode an 8 out of 10. Now, I'm going to review The Many Faces of Lincoln Loud. This is the Loud House graphic novel number 10. So let's get started. So this graphic novel, which I thought was going to feature a bunch of different versions of Lincoln, but instead it just had regular Lincoln and a savvy Lincoln. So, in my opinion, this was a pretty weak volume. It was very short, and the only really good stories in it were the only good stories in here were memorable stories, or the one with Sam and Simon, and the one where they were trick-or-treating at Huntington Manor, but I can't really count that one because that was the Halloween special comic book that came out a couple years ago for last year, 2 years ago for Free Comic Book Day. And yeah, but so this volume was pretty weak. Ultimate Hangout was so much better than this. I mean, of course, I'm excited to see what actually, I'm happy to see that a volume that doesn't have a continuing story, because a lot of the short stories were fun, but this one just doesn't really add up. And plus, besides the Halloween special comic story at the end, a lot of the other ones were used from Subway, the Subway comics. So yeah, so basically this volume was pretty weak, and overall I give it about a 7 out of 10. Probably the weakest one I've read so far. Next we're talking about The Loud House Schooled. So this special is going to be an hour-long Loud House episode. So by the time I get this video out, this episode will already have aired, but I'm going to be talking about it a little bit anyways. So Schooled will be premiering on Friday, September 11th, 2020, and Schooled will be the first hour-long episode of The Loud House, and it's kind of like a movie, basically. So yeah, The Loud House movie, but made for TV. So this one sounds really fun. So this is about Lincoln and his friends going to middle school, while Lori doesn't fit in at Fairway, and Lori needs to get potty trained for preschool. So during the process, Lincoln gets sent to a boarding school in Canada, and his friends have to go to Canada to rescue him and save him. So yeah. And also in this special we have 2 songs. We have the first song, We Got This. I love We Got This. That's one of my favorite songs. That's my favorite song in the Loud House franchise, actually. And Welcome to Canada. which we haven't heard yet. But yeah, I cannot wait to see this episode tomorrow. Then we're going to talk about this Loud House When I Grow Up. So, a couple months ago, I found out about the Loud House When I Grow Up, and that was on May 1st, and then a couple months later, it was rebranded to the Loud House, the Casa, the Stolen Drawers. And yeah, so this one, I don't really know what it's about. I guess they're gonna kind of do the When I Grow Up storyline, but they're gonna add this. But so basically, this one will be about. I know two things from this. Lincoln will be searching for whoever stole his lucky drawers, and Zach will hunt a monster at school. Yes, so in summer 2021, we will be getting a Loud House graphic novel called The Loud House Summer Special. So here's the cover, and it's supposed to have like a wraparound cover, as stated by one of the people who works at Paper Cuts. And yeah, this is really exciting. And yeah, so it's one of those like Halloween special, winter special, except this is probably gonna be a lot bigger. So yeah, I can't wait to see what that's about. And next, we have the Casagrandes we're all familiar. So this one is going to be the first Casagrandes graphic novel. So yes, they are now, Paper Cuts is now making graphic novels for the Casagrandes as well as the Loud House. So yep, so I cannot wait to check out these Casagrandes ones. I hope they're just as good as the Loud House ones. I mean, I know Casagrandes isn't as good as the Loud House, but it still really is good. It still is really good. And yes, this is really exciting. And these come out, and this book comes out on May 4th, 2021. And then we have the Loud House Free Comic Book Day, plus the Casagrandes. So I'm just going to briefly talk about this. I was kind of excited for this to see what it was. Maybe it would be something like the Loud House Halloween special one. But I found out to my disappointment, this was just a bunch of random stories from all the different volumes of the Loud House, mixed up, put together, and it's nothing new, nothing exciting. So yes, I'm very disappointed, and I will not be getting that. Next, we have the official announcement for the Loud House, for the Loud House graphic novel volume 14, which is the Loud House graphic novel volume 13, which is Lucy Rules the Dice. So yes, this one will be coming out on August. I don't really know all the different stories in it, but I can definitely say it's about some kind of game and role playing between Lincoln, Lucy, and probably some other people too. So I am very excited for this. I am excited for everything that's coming for, like the Loud House, Casagrandes, whatever, no matter what it is, really. But yeah, it's like I'm very excited for this, and I love this cover. It's really amazing, and yeah. So basically, we don't know what the future of the Loud House graphic novels is after this one, but I bet they're still gonna be making more for a pretty long while. And yeah, just amazing. This is just an amazing cover. So yeah. So, like, what do you guys think of the cover? Will you guys be picking up any of these graphic novels or comics I just talked about? Let me know. And then this part of the video doesn't really need to be here anymore. I thought this was from a Christmas special, but this was Lincoln wearing a wardrobe. This revealed that in season 5, the Louds will be wearing their same exact clothes, or at least Lincoln. So yeah, okay guys, so I accidentally put the wrong picture here, but I just wanted to talk about, just like briefly mention the Casagrandes Smarty Pants Challenge. It's nice that the Casagrandes has the one as it was the Loud House. So yeah, moving on, I'm going to briefly discuss the two Loud House episodes that were revealed along with school. So we have a twins birthday episode, a popcorn mystery, family bonding, and Lenny is the boss. And then for the Casagrandes, we have a relative coming to visit, a culinary adventure, Bobby running a business, and Ronnie and Sid sleepover. Okay, so yes, that is the end of this. Oh my gosh, this was overwhelming. And probably have to do another one next Friday so I can talk about school, so I can review school. Oh gosh. So I hope you guys enjoyed and got a lot of news out of this. I know I'm not the best, but I have everything. I cover everything. So yes, anyways, I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you guys next time.